and they don't follow Moses? Let us see who of you can guess. Just one statement from Muhammad. Let us see who wanna help me. One statement from Muhammad destroy all this presentation this potato I have. Just one statement. One word actually. Who wanna help me? I know my voice takes some time for you to arrive to you. But let us see who of you remember we mentioned this many times before. One word, Muhammad he said, one word will destroy all this claim together. I will help you. No, not muta. No. Let us go here and I will type it in the front of your eyes in Arabic. Act differently. What's your name? You are going to be an admin, my friend. Thank you. You got it. You are an admin. You got it right. Act differently. You must be a smart person. Act differently. So what the command of Muhammad? Act differently. But the Jews, they act according to the law. Do you see how one statement in Arabic in fact, it's one word. Like in here in English, it's two words. In Arabic, is khalifuhum. One statement will destroy all this presentation. Act differently. And that includes everything, even the way they color their hair, even the way they pray, even the way they bury their. So the Jews, they are following the steps and the law of Muhammad, of Moses. Muhammad said to them, khalifuhum. Act differently. Do you see how you can destroy all the garbage in this article? Everything. Muhammad, he mentioned this many times. Act differently. Act differently. And this one is Hassan, is good. So the Muslims, when they try to prove their garbage cult, they try their best. Why the Muslims, they don't pray or they don't respect Saturday? Act differently. What about Sunday? Act differently. What about Ashura? Act differently. The Jews, they used to fast, according to the Muslims, in the 10th of Muharram. Muhammad told them next year we will make it in the 9th. Can you believe it that they changed the date where Moses, he crossed the sea? Because this is supposedly what the story is about. How you can change the date? Let me see if I can find the hadith. Let us see. Just to show you how we can get them busted so easy. So the Jews and the Christians, supposedly, they do fast, they preserve fasting in this day. Read carefully with me. Sahih Muslim, the book of fasting, hadith number 1134a, the book of fasting, chapter which day should be fasted for Ashura. Okay. Ibn Abbas reported that when the Messenger of Allah fasted on the day of Ashura, commanded that we should he observe as fast. And his companion, they said to him, Messenger of Allah, in that day which the Jews and the Christians hold a high esteem, which means they respect this day highly. Therefore, the Messenger of Allah said, well, next year comes, God willing, we would observe fast on the 9th. Do you see it? I mean, if this is the day where Musa is across the sea, how you can change it? Just to act differently. Do you see it? Do you see the garbage? So let us say the Jews, they celebrate Easter this day. Change it. We make it the 9th. Let us say they celebrate any holiday. Change it. Muhammad, he changed it, that's it. The Abdul, he said that the Muslims, they follow the Old Testament when it's come to fasting. That's a lie. Read it. Muhammad, he claimed that the fasting of the Christians is the same as a magic. Don't fast like them. Here they are saying it's like nothing, it's like a magic, like it's a one bite, it's nothing. When the Christian, the Jews, in fact, they are the one who fast long, not like the Muslims. He said like the suhoor. It's like, the fasting is nothing. Don't fast like them. Don't fast like them. See it? And here they are giving a different translation. Let me show you a different hadith here. Where is... The same hadith have many versions, so I will find the other versions of it. I found the other one. Because here in the if you read the translation, it doesn't show really. Let us see if we see the chapter, maybe the chapter number, chapter, the title. No. Let's see the other one. Because this is about fasting differently, not only how it is. This is not just about our fast and their fast. You see here it says a difference, but this is not really what it's meant. Chapter the difference between our fasting and the fasting of the people of the book. However, this is confirmed that our fasting is different. So how he say that we do fasting? So Muhammad is just changing little rules to make his fasting different. Let me show you more. Even coloring the hair. The Christian and the Jews, they don't color their hair. Muhammad, he command them to color their hair red. Abu Huraira reported that the Prophet saying the Jews and the Christian do not dye their hair. There's no beard. So act differently from them. Muhammad says so. Even that. In the presentation, this potato, Daniel, he said, that we and Muslim and Musas and the Jews, we have a lot of similarity. Read carefully. And this is the hadith. From the father, from the grandfather, blah, 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 the messenger said, he is not one of us who resemble other than us. No who resemble the Jews nor the Christians, for indeed, greeting the Jews is pointing a finger, and greeting the Christians is waving with the hands. No Muslim would do what the Jews and the Christians they do. But all the presentation of this guy is saying that he is following what the Jews do. And remember, the Jews, they are doing exactly what Moses taught them, even how to go to the bathroom. Like when you are in the camp, you have to go to a distance, which is a etc. distance, and because they want to preserve the cleaning of the camp. So he gave them rules to preserve. They are not living in city; they are living in the desert. So you don't go and do it here. You have to stay far away in the distance. So he gave them very detailed rules, but that for a reason. Muhammad, he broke even those rules. Let's see. Muhammad, he said, the one who act like people, he is one of them. The one who act like certain people, he is one of them. The Muslim, they dress the clothing of the kuffar, the true followers of Jesus, who are the enemy of the pagan Muhammad. He who copies any people is one of them. And if you ask the Muslims, what does that mean? They will say to you, if you copy them by the way they talk, by the greeting, by the clothing, by the food, by the language, you are one of them. If you copy them by any of those, not necessarily all, you are one of them. If you go and see all those people, what they are wearing, look what this guy is wearing. Look what he's wearing. What is this? Is that what Muhammad used to wear? What is this? This is the hat of who? Is that a hat of Ashkenazi Jew? What are they wearing? But anyway, just one statement proved Muhammad to be false, which is khalifuhum, act differently. Khalifuhum or khalifu is the same word, used many times. The Jews Guys, look at this. Anyone notice the stupidity of this verse? Anyone notice the stupidity? Anyone see something very weird? How Muslim they pray? The Muslim, they take off their shoes when they go inside the mosque. Who is the one who take off his shoes when they go in their temple? Do you read what I'm reading? The Jews, when they pray, Muhammad said to them, act differently from the Jews, for they do not pray in their sandals or their shoes. So who is the one copying who? The command of Muhammad is not to pray like them. Not to pray like them. Still the Muslim today, they are taking off their shoes. Do you see it? But this is against the command of Muhammad, and this is Sahih. This is Sahih. The Muslim cannot say, this is weak. No, here, just hold on. Guys, he is this is not copycat, just hold on. He is saying don't pray like the Jews. How the Jews pray? The Jews, they pray without shoes, without sandals. So when they go inside their temple, or they are praying anywhere, they don't wear their shoes. So Muhammad saying to them, don't do like them, which means pray with your shoes. Are you with me? So Muhammad now, he's trying to act differently, right? This is what it says, act differently. How? By praying, not like the Jews, but how the Jews they pray? The Jews, they pray without wearing their sandals or their shoes. So why the Muslim now they are praying without shoes? Which means even the prayer of the Muslims today is wrong. And this is Sahih. How many of you want the reference? So later if we say the hadith, you guys can help us and post it instead of me looking for everything. Look at this madness. So why the Muslim they pray like this today? If a Muslim, he came to you and he say, we are better than you, we don't pray with our shoes, why you go inside the church wearing your shoes? Well, Muhammad, he commanded them to wear shoes. All right. I will give you this one first. And then other one. All of this is Sahih, as you see. So the Muslim cannot say it's not Sahih. This is how stupid this religion is. But the guy making a video saying that the Muslims is the one who follow the way the Jews they pray, the way the Jews they fast, the way the Jews. But as you see, Muhammad doing his best to act differently. That's why I said to you one word. One word is enough to destroy all the claims that they are following Moses. خالفوهم. Muhammad, he insists that we should not follow the law of Moses. And how we do that? Just act differently from the Jews. I mean, I can find tons of reference. All of them, they will lead to the same madness. Don't say hello the same they say. Don't wave your hand like them. Don't stand like they do. Don't sit like they do. Don't respect Saturday as they do. Don't pray in Sunday like they do. Don't use the bell as they do. The reason actually for the adhan is just to act differently. Otherwise, the Muslim in the beginning, they said to Muhammad, shall we use fire? They said, well, the Sabi and they use fire. Said, shall we use the bell? They said, the Christian, they use the bell. Shall we use the trumpet? The Jews, they use it. And the one who chose the adhan is not even Muhammad. It's not even Allah. Let me find you the hadith. Hello? Maybe Fakira. Hello? Hello? Okay, let me block you. Somebody's saying, I know you don't believe in evolution, but can it be debunked without using the Bible? Yeah, for sure. You can debunk it by science. You know, evolution, if you speak about evolution as in the meaning of like, you know, God, he gave us ability to adopt nature. Yeah, I believe in that. As an example, people who live in the mountains, their chest is wider, so they can inhale more oxygen. So yes, God, he gave animals and human ability to adopt. But not you used to be a mosquito and then you became a giraffe. That is something different. We can talk about this maybe some other time. Let us see. Let me show you how Islam chose adhan, the most annoying way for prayer. This hadith can't be found in English. Let us see other one. This one can't be found too. Let us see this one. Hmm. Yeah, I found the hadith, but I can't find it in English, so I need to find something else. Let us see. Let us see this one. All right. No, this is not the same one. Maybe this one can be found here. All right. Here we go. We found it. So now the Muslims are discussing how we can call for the prayer. Zayd said, a horn is for the Jews. Can we use the horn? The Prophet did not like it. He said, this is a matter of the Jews. Then they mentioned to him the bell of the Christians. He said, this is the matter of the Christians. Abdullah ibn Zayd returned anxiously from there because like he's anxious to just like see what we would do. I mean, how we can pray. He's not happy about it. And then when he returned to Muhammad, he thought the call of the prayer in his dream. Who? This guy, Abdullah ibn Zayd. It's not Muhammad. It's not Allah. It's not the Prophet inspired by Allah. So he came back and he said he thought about it in his dream. Next day came to the Messenger of Allah and informed him about it. He said, Allah, Messenger of Allah, I was between sleep and wake, like, not sleep, not awake. And all of a sudden, newcomer come to me and taught me to call to prayer. Umar al-Khattab, he had also seen the same dream before. Look, everybody has seen it now, except Muhammad. And then Muhammad, he said, and what did it prevent you from saying it to me? Ibn Zayd, he said, had already told you about it before me, hence I was ashamed. Do you see it? Where the adhan is coming from? The call for the prayer? Not from Allah, not from Muhammad. The guy, he claimed that he saw a dream, and the whole idea is to avoid to do the same as the Christians, to avoid the bell, to avoid the horn, and to avoid the fire. Here actually, read carefully, it says, they said, what about we put a flag at the time of the prayer? So when they see it, they will inform one another. Flag. Is that how the prayer, the call, the Muslim, they say to us the most like beautiful, the Muslim, they bring you somebody have a nice voice to record the Quran playing for you, and you say, look how nice, this guy have a voice, anything he sing is going to sound the same. Do you remember the Sheikh, his name is Al-Uraifi? Anyone remember him? Al-Uraifi is a very famous Muslim Saudi terrorist sheikh. He was in a conference, I think, in Europe. He was where? In a conference in Europe. In the conference, this sheikh, he asked a person who is not a Muslim, a French guy. I think it was in France or somewhere, because everybody speak French. And this is the video. So they were in the conference, and he asked, he want to show them how the Quran is amazing, that your heart will tell you that this is from Allah. And then he made two Quran. One is fake and one is real. One is fake and one is real. And he asked, who is here, don't speak Arabic? There's a French guy. He came to the stage and they translated for him.
Est-ce que tu comprends les langues étrangères telles que l'arabe, le perse ou autre?
They asked him, do he speak Arabic or Persian or any language of those? The guy, the French guy, they translate for him, they said, no, I don't, you know? Okay. So now they confirm that he didn't know Arabic. So he said, now if I speak to him Arabic or Urdu or Persian, still he cannot make a difference. Let me see if I can show the translation down there. But it's in French anyway. Yeah.
En Urdu, en perse ou en arabe, tu peux pas faire la différence. لا يفرق.
طيب قل له أنا سأعطيه جملتين أريده أن يحاول يكتشف الفرق بينهما.
Tell him now, I'm going to give him two sentences and he should be able to make a difference. And what we'll do now, he will make two verses. One is truly from the Quran and one verse he fabricate. He fabricate, the sheikh. But he will sing them the same way he sing the Quran. And he will ask him which one you like more. Supposedly, the Quran.
Là, il va prononcer deux phrases et il veut que tu vois, est-ce qu'il y a, ou plutôt tu lui fais ressentir ce que ces phrases ont fait sur toi. D'accord? Donc tu vas essayer de lui dire quelle est la différence entre ces deux phrases, que tu ne comprends bien sûr absolument pas.
طيب.
Are you ready? So now he will sing two things and he want to show everybody how this guy heart will choose the correct Quran because it's so beautiful. But remember, he will sing two sentences or two verses and he will try to make the false verse sound like the Quran. And now the heart of this person will tell him which one is more beautiful. So which one he will choose?
اسمع الكلام الأول.
Now he's fabricating Quran.
ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا
this is
إذ نادى ربه نداء خفيا قال رب إني وهن العظم مني واشتعل الرأس شيبا ولم أكن بدعائك رب شقيا وإني خفت الموالي من ورائي وكانت امرأتي عاقرا فهب لي من لدنك وليا يرثني ويرث من آل يعقوب واجعله رب رضيا. هذه الجملة الأولى قل له.
This is the first sentence. All right. I'm going to tell you now which one is the Quran, the correct Quran. You choose two. All right. Which one is better? So now he sung for him, and he said, "Okay, this is the first one. Now I will give you the second one." And now, after he finished, he will ask him which one is more beautiful.
La deuxième phrase. Essaye de dire est-ce qu'il y a une différence entre les deux.
نحن اجتمعنا في هذا المكان ثم جلسنا في هذا الزمان ثم التقينا معك وجلسنا معك وأنسنا لما لقيناك ثم سوف بعد ذلك نفارقك لكننا سوف ندعو كثيرا لك. طيب هذه الجملة الثانية.
This is the second verse. So now the challenge. Which one is more beautiful? Look what will happen. A disaster will hit.
قل له هل شعر بفرق بين الكلام.
Ask him, did you feel a difference between the two? Remember, both of them, he don't know Arabic. He don't know what he's saying. So now supposedly, because Allah told him in the Quran that the heart of anyone who hear this, he will beat for it. So beautiful. So now which one is more beautiful for him, he said?
Est-ce que tu as ressenti une différence entre les deux phrases? Est-ce qu'il y en a une parmi les deux qui a peut-être touché ton cœur? La deuxième. La deuxième, al-jumla al-thaniya.
It shows in the fake Quran. He liked the fake Quran more. Do you see how easy to make Quran? The guy in the stage, he just fabricated Quran about an apple. And we sat together, and we ate together, and we do poo-poo together. And he asked the guy, which one is more nice? To be honest, which one is more nice? Now the sheikh is in trouble. Look, I wish I can see his face. I wish I can see the camera on him. It's very embarrassing. You have like 1,000 people watching, and he was expecting him to say the first one. He got the wrong one. He liked the fake Quran. And look how he sang the fake Quran. Let us go back.
Essaye de dire est-ce qu'il y a une différence entre les deux.
نحن اجتمعنا في هذا المكان ثم جلسنا في هذا الزمان ثم التقينا معك وجلسنا معك وأنسنا لما لقيناك ثم سوف بعد ذلك نفارقك لكننا سوف ندعو كثيرا لك. طيب هذه الجملة الثانية.
This is the second sentence.
Deuxième phrase.
قل له هل شعر بفرق بين الكلام.
Tell him, did you find a difference between them?
Mais est-ce que tu as ressenti une différence entre les deux phrases? Est-ce qu'il y en a une parmi les deux qui a peut-être touché ton cœur?
He liked the second one, the fake
La
one.
deuxième, al-jumla al-thaniya.
They laughed, all of them, they laughed.
ارتاح.
All the people in the crowd, even Muslims, they start laughing. All the Muslims, did you hear the Muslim laughing? Listen, I love it. The Muslims, the crowd, all the women wearing hijab, they are laughing. Very embarrassing. He supposed he would say the first one. I think they told him to say the first one, but he forgot maybe.
La deuxième, al-jumla al-thaniya.
ارتاح إليها. طيب لماذا؟
Pourquoi?
He said to him, why you like the second one?
Je sais pas, ça, j'ai ressenti.
He said, my heart.
Recently,
My heart, brother, my heart. My heart felt better for it.
قل له أنا هل يفهم العربية؟
This is the link. If you have to, if you speak French, maybe you can translate to English too, because it's already in French, so you can translate. And if you speak Arabic, then you can translate, add subtitle, and repost it again, please. All right? I post the link for you. So now you want to make an experiment, and which one is the real Quran? Your heart will tell you. But you can tell now. Anyone can sing the Quran. Just learn how to add, like when to stop, when to make it higher the sound, lower the sound. This is what they teach them in schools. And then you can make Quran. Anything can be Quran. This guy is talking about eating an apple. The second one, he's asking him to, it's about eating an apple.
Là maintenant, il va prononcer la deuxième phrase. Essaye de dire est-ce qu'il y a une différence entre les deux.
نحن اجتمعنا في
Now we meet in this place,
هذا المكان ثم جلسنا في هذا
and we
الزمان
sit in this time,
ثم التقينا
and we sit with you. We met with you,
وجلسنا معك
and we sit with you,
وأنسنا لما لقيناك
and we like it when we have fun when we met with you,
ثم سوف بعد ذلك نفارقك
and then we will leave you,
لكننا سوف ندعو كثيرا لك.
and then we will pray for you. Which one? And there is the other one about the apple. I forgot where it is. This is a different one from the apple. There's a verse about the apple. This is how it's. Do you remember? This is the same thing happened when Muhammad hijab. He recited the Quran to Peter. What's his name? His name. What's his name? Peter. Forgot his name. Anyway, he recited the Quran, and the guy, he was looking at him like, why are you doing that? Muhammad hijab, he told him, because the Quran says, if somebody hear this Quran, even if he's a mountain, he will collapse. So Muhammad Hijab was doing an experiment like this. And Jordan Peterson, sorry. And this guy was looking like, what? What is this? What are you doing? And the stupid Mimi Hijab, he said to him, well, because the Quran says, this is the Quran, if you recite it even to a mountain, the mountain will collapse. This is exactly the verse he was singing for him. And as you see, Peterson did not collapse. He was wondering, what the heck is that? Had we sent down this Quran on a mountain, verily though would said have seen it, humble itself and cleave asunder for fear of Allah. So maybe he said, okay, let us, maybe we can convert this guy to Islam. You know, maybe he is not stupid enough to convert, but maybe we practice this. The Quran says if we throw the Quran in somebody, he will believe in Allah even if he's a mountain. Right? If there is any Christian Bedouin tribes in the Middle East, there is still until now, I think, in Jordan. Actually, the most honorable Arab and before, they were the Arab Christians. If you read history, you will see what I'm talking about. Like Al-Ghassasina and Al-Manadira. But you know, when the Muslim invasion came, they destroyed all those kingdoms. They used to be kingdoms. Those are Christian kings for the Arabian tribes. Yeah. But you see how stupid the Quran. So now I sing the Quran for a guy who does not know what I'm talking about. He will think it's Quran. He will like it. He will say this is Quran. It's beautiful. They bring you someone, he have a nice voice. Well, a person with nice voice, anything he sing will look fine. I mean, people, they are buying a CD, have the F word in it. Right? Let us talk the gentleman who called me in the beginning. I don't know if he's still